On down, big dog.
What's up, dude? Once again, we're the first two here. Almost 20 minutes after.
As always, as always.
Always. I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Getting back to reality. Oh,
Yep.
it's
You have a
going
good
on.
weekend?
I did. I just kind of partied, let loose. Went to New Orleans.
Oh, no
With
shit.
yeah, hung with a couple of my friends and out to 5 a.m. 2 nights in a row.
Ooh,
Yeah,
damn, dude. When's the last time you did that?
bro, it's been a minute.
I bet.
It's been a long time, actually.
I
Long,
bet,
long time,
bro.
but good nonetheless. So
Hell yeah,
back to
man.
reality.
I've actually never been to New Orleans. I would love to go, though. Seems pretty dope.
That was my first time. First time
Oh,
ever
was
being.
it?
Dude, food, top tier, top tier,
Oh,
top tier.
man. What was the best thing you ate?
Uh, it was this. Well, shit. So, have you heard of Acme oysters?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so they have this. They bake these oysters with this butter cheese combination.
Ooh.
Fucking fire,
Oh, my
fire
God.
as fuck. And then we have fried alligator.
Okay.
Then we had then we had this thing called pork cheeks
Okay.
right off the butt, right off the butt. Bad boy was tender though, tender and tender and delicious.
Ooh. You said pork cheeks?
Pork cheeks, yes.
Like cheeks or like cheeks?
We try not to think too hard about it.
Right. Either way was delicious.
Yes, that's how that mattered.
Damn, dude. What is the texture of alligator like?
Um, Honestly, it's like chicken. To be
Really?
completely honest, yeah, it's very, very much so like chicken. A little, a little more grimy, but
Okay.
not. Is it grimy? Grimy,
Gamey? Like,
gamey. There it is.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
gamey.
yeah.
It's a little more of that, but
Okay.
ultimately,
Damn, dude. That sounds dope. What up, Josh?
What's up?
what up, big baller?
Sorry, I was a
Tyler?
little later than I had even said I was going to be, and I already said I was going to be late.
You're good, man. No sweat. Tyler just hopped on too, so it's all gravy. He was just
Okay.
saying that he went and partied it up in New Orleans this weekend. Ate some good grub. I'm jealous.
I had
You
too
were
much
in New
fun.
Orleans?
Yeah.
Well, you've been going everywhere lately, huh?
Yep. That's
Damn.
true. Yeah. I got two more trips lined out for the rest of this year. Three more trips.
Nice,
Yeah,
dude.
three more.
Where
Yeah.
else you going this year?
Cancun, Indianapolis. No, not Indianapolis. Cancun, Dallas, and South California.
Okay.
So,
No Olympia?
huh? No Olympia. No, I ain't got
Am
one.
I
I ain't got
cutting out a lot right now?
a little bit.
You were for a second. I think you're good now.
Okay, let's hope so.
Let's think fingers crossed.
I'm in the basement, so I don't know how good the Wi-Fi is going to be down here.
Oh, dude, you're in the new crib.
Yeah, it's been really, really strange.
I bet. How you like the place?
So far, it's good. It's definitely good for now. Um, hopefully the last place I have to move into before I buy a house and all that. So it has
Yep.
all the stuff that I needed, but fuck, I'm actually kind of pissed at the people though that rented it out to me because the whole entire backyard is like, do you guys know what goat's heads are?
No.
There's there's these weeds that are in the backyard that have all these like really sharp little things on them, and I've been pulling them out of my dog's paws every time they come back
Oh
inside.
damn!
Oh no, dude, that sucks.
Yeah, so I gotta go do like a ton of yard work, which should have been done for me before I moved in.
Yeah, bro, that sucks. That's no
Yeah,
good.
it's fine. But other than that, it's been fine. I like it.
How big a yard is it?
It's
It's
ridiculous,
pretty.
dude. It's so stupid. I've never had like anything like that before. So if I can get it all cleaned up, it's gonna be good for them. But
Yeah.
I saw you posted. It looked massive, dude.
Did you
yeah,
post
it's
it up?
it's it's fucking trashed, but
It did look like it needs some water. A little
Yeah,
different.
it needs some TLC for sure, but I'm not buying this place, so it's not like I'm gonna go all crazy with like yard like landscaping and stuff. I'm just gonna make it better than it is so that my dogs can use it.
Right. Josh, did you post it up on your feed or was it a story?
That's probably up on my story. It wouldn't be anymore.
Oh, okay. All good.
Mhm.
Are you still planning on so with this house, are you still planning on like when you say buy a house, are you still gonna stay out there or are you gonna like move states? Is that
I don't
still
know
in
yet.
the no.
Like I want to bounce around a little bit and travel and still see where I would want to end up because um there's a couple other places I want to go see. Like Florida, I haven't been to for a while. I want to come back to Texas. I'll probably be back in Texas in November, maybe. I don't know 100% though for sure, but I might come back like the 5th.
Okay.
If you
Well, yeah.
guys could, if you guys had to pick your final destination of where to live for the rest of your life, like you can't move again, you snap your fingers, you live there, you got your dream home, but you got to stay there, where would it be as of now?
You have your dream home and everything like that's not an issue as far as like having to worry about
Yeah,
the housing market and shit.
Right.
exactly. Yeah. Just wherever you want to be.
I'm in San Diego.
Florida.
Okay.
Straight to San Diego. Yep.
Okay.
Not really
As
even
of right,
the area in Florida, just Florida. I like Florida.
yeah. As of right now, I would say Vegas, but there's a lot of states that I haven't been to as well. So,
You say
take it
where?
for what? Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the
I
reason that I
could,
was going to go with Florida would be a reason that, like, if you asked me a year ago, I would say Vegas, and it's just because it's like the
yeah.
bodybuilding hub. I feel like Florida's
Yep.
kind of become that.
Yeah, I feel like Vegas and Florida are really the two spots. It's not so much California anymore, although it's not
Not
like you
like
can't
too far
find
from Vegas.
I
yeah,
forgot my
it's not like you
water
can't
state.
find a bodybuilding community in Cali too, but yeah, it's definitely Vegas and Florida are like the two big hubs right now.
I had to grab my
Dude,
water. I was if I didn't grab this.
did either of you watch the Legion?
I didn't. I saw what was posted on Instagram.
Yeah,
So I was
same.
Yeah,
I
social
was looking
media
at
watched
that.
both of the shows that happened this weekend.
Yeah, so that Olympus Pro that wasn't a qualifier, was it?
Not for this year. No, Legion is the last qualifying show for this Olympia.
Okay. Is Olympus a qualifier for next year or it's just not a qualifier?
I don't know, but was Theo already qualified, or is that actually Theo's first pro win?
I thought it was his first one, unless I'm not thinking of another show he won.
Roman got second.
Yeah, I was really happy to see that. That's pretty sick. He looks
Yeah, dude,
great, man.
he's just been collecting checks. He's been doing every show.
I
Exactly.
love it. I love it.
Mhm.
And I especially
Um,
love it because this is the best he's looked, right? So he's just like showing up looking awesome at
Growth.
every show. I'm gonna I'm willing to bet that he's probably doing the least amount of peaking this year. Like it seems like he's just kind of walking on stage and looking the best he's ever looked just because he's so full and he's always peeled, so he doesn't have to worry about that, you know what I mean?
yeah, he's the leanest guy on stage a lot of the time. I think he looked really
Mhm.
good. But the Olympus show
Agreed.
was like I didn't even know that was happening to be honest. And then Legion
I ain't
happened
either.
on Sunday, and I thought it was Monday.
Same. Yeah. Well, the only reason that I even knew it was going on is YouTube recommended a live commentary. Do you ever watch Desktop Bodybuilding?
Uh, I follow them on Instagram and stuff, but I don't think that I've watched their YouTube channel.
So it's just one dude. His name's Xavier. Shout out to Xavier. He posts really good bodybuilding like news content, but then during the shows he also does like a live his own live commentary where he pulls up screenshots and stuff from the live feed. Anyway, I didn't even know that show was going on until I saw that he was doing a live feed on YouTube. I was like, "Oh no shit, there's another show."
Yeah,
So
that
yeah,
was confusing.
I didn't actually watch either of them.
Yes.
Here, let me pull up Theo for people, and then we'll talk about Legion.
I think Tim Budashane was also at Olympus, wasn't he?
Yep, Tim was there. It was like Theo, Roman, Tim. Like there was one other obvious name that we've seen recently that I can't think of.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm all mixed up as far as just the fact that there was two shows in one day and I can't pull up to which was which.
yeah,
John
man,
Jewett
exactly.
really, really good at Legion for his open
Oh
Yes,
debut.
yeah,
yes,
you
yeah.
should look at
I
him too.
actually
Coming in
had him
second,
winning,
right?
but that's off of like pictures and stuff. So obviously, I'm sure that Charles Griffin deserved that win because he's also really good.
Right. Okay, here's Theo.
Roman's got just legs, dude.
Man, I know. Roman's legs are ridiculous. Cool. Not a whole lot of mandatories it looks like, but you can tell that
Now just like
he's
candids,
Yeah.
you can tell that he's
little
peeled.
artsy candids.
Yeah. This is a different show.
Damn.
They didn't really do much coverage on the Olympus show, I don't think. Actually, if you go to, oh, really? Yeah, no, bodybuilding or Bodybuilders Without Borders didn't really even post a ton of Olympus stuff. But if you still go to
Okay.
Bodybuilders Without Borders, you'll see some comparison shots.
Okay, I'll go there next.
Alfred Chirac, I'm not super familiar with him. That was who was in the top four.
Okay. Yeah, he's been in a couple others this year. I can't remember which, but I know I've seen him. We've seen him before.
Oh, he used to be 212.
Oh, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for starters, let's pull this up because this is crazy.
Was it just something that was ready to go on your Instagram feed?
I went to Bodybuilders Without Borders, and this is the first thing that jumped out at me.
Yeah,
Yep,
see, he
yep,
was doing himself no favors trying to push down to 212 because he looks leaner
Yeah,
now at this show, and he was gaining weight into this prep from the last show that he did.
yep.
which is so awesome. I love to see that. You really see it in his legs, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was he? What? 12 pound difference, roughly.
I think he was in the 220s or
Yeah,
something
he
like
must
that.
have been. Yeah, 10 to 12 pounds heavier. Damn, dude. Yeah, you can just see it in the fullness of the upper body. The legs look way sweepier.
It's almost giving me Labrada in that front show.
In the most
I could.
muscular?
Yeah,
Wait, what just happened? Oops.
It's in the side chest now? I don't know. What'd you do? Did you
no,
fuck
he went
up?
to a
There we go.
different. He went
Which
to
which
Dude,
front shot?
fucking down better, Neil.
hand on hip, hand on
I
hip.
know, right? I'm falling apart. This one right here.
That does look a
Yeah,
little bit, that kind of reminds me of Hunter. I don't think,
I can see it.
I don't know why though.
it's really just the top half, not the legs. What the top half really says, because it's
Yeah.
like
I can see it.
it's full, like super full, like
Yeah.
hundred this year full.
Yeah,
I
it's like
really like John Jewett's physique, and I thought that in the 212 he got overlooked quite a bit last year. So it was good to see him win a show this year in the 212. But
yeah.
I'm really really happy to see him as an open bodybuilder and getting top three at his first open shows makes me more excited to see what he's going to do later on.
Good for him, man. That's so sick. Yeah, I see what you mean, Tyler. It's like the roundness of his shoulders and arms and
And the
his
waist
chest
taper
kind
too.
of the waist taper, his chest and midsection both kind of remind me of Hunter's, so I could see that for sure.
God, the side leg,
Yeah,
the
dude.
hammer drop on him is fucking gnarly.
Really gnarly. Yeah, it looks cartoonish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, lighting and tan, are a
Made a
little
huge
different, but
difference.
he definitely looks leaner at the heavier weight, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, it just goes to show how a lot of these 212 guys have to push down so hard to make their weight cap, how flat they get, and how much of a
Yeah.
difference it is in conditioning to be flat than full. A lot of people can't tell the difference
Yeah.
between being full. They think that they're just not conditioned enough. If you push somebody down too hard, just because you think that they're not showing lines, they're not lean enough, a lot of times they just need to fucking eat.
Yeah. 100%. Okay, then I
Oh, dude.
found a couple shots of Griffin, who looked awesome.
I'm always impressed with his physique.
I'm a big
He's
fan of
crazy.
his physique as
Yeah.
well.
No
He's
Milan
just
this week?
uh she said that she was down, but I didn't confirm with her the last couple days, so I sent her a link. We'll see if she pops up here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
his side
Charles.
tricep is really good.
Oh man, his side try. There was this comparison that he posted a while back of his side try now and his side try before. Where is that? Right here, man. The difference is just crazy. Like the way his tricep just billows off his
Bulges.
arm.
Dude.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wild. The whole actually everything in this shot compared to the last one looks like it's
Yes. Yes.
definitely posing differently, so that's a big part of it, but there's also a lot of muscle.
For sure. Yeah, it's better posing. It's better. It looks like more favorable lighting, but still, man, like his midsection looks smaller. Everything else looks bigger.
Yep.
His legs look a lot better.
He's drier.
He's a lot
Depending
harder.
on yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, I'm really impressed with him this year. I think he's come up a lot. And
I
then just
really did
posted.
have. I'm just this might be a personal bias too, but I did have John ahead of him at this show. That from what I saw, but I don't. I'm I'm very very certain that the judges made the right pick and they knew what they were doing and they were there in person. So I'm not saying you're discounting their picks. I really liked John at this show.
Sure. Dude, man, just the gnarly shit that he's been posting like this. It looks like
Yeah,
he's got too many heads of his hamstring. Like he's got
Right.
more than he should. Like it's anatomically not correct, you know?
he accidentally has four hamstrings. He got
Yeah.
two.
It's looking
Wouldn't that be
like
like? There's like three muscles in your hamstring, isn't there? So that'd be like six, 12.
right.
Who the fuck-
Yeah, like a double ham.
He has more than he needs. Oh,
Yeah,
dude, every time
exactly.
I see a bodybuilder with a good set of triceps, I just get so bummed out.
Dude, I know. He's definitely got them, that's for sure. Let's see if there's some top two comparisons on Bodybuilders Without Borders before we move on here.
Yeah, I definitely want
Um,
to talk a little bit about Legion, but then I kind of think that for this episode, we might want to steer a little bit away from like bodybuilding shows specifically, just because that's what we talked about. Um, no, we talked about deloading last week.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Last week was
Yeah.
actually not a lot of bodybuilding, which is
Yeah. It wasn't. Yeah. Not like
which is
at
You
good.
know
all.
what's funny about that episode too? When you messaged us, I got confused because
Yeah,
I had such a crazy week. I forgot that we even recorded on Monday.
dude.
Low key, last week was long.
Dude,
For
it
real,
was.
I don't know what happened. Apologies to the listeners. This week's episode was out a day late because on Saturday, which was 2 days ago, I was doing my morning cardio and I'm on my cross trainer out on my porch and I was thinking about the podcast and I was like, oh, that was that was a fun episode last week, and then I was like, oh shit, I don't think I ever posted that. And I just realized I went through all of Friday without even thinking about it. And then, yeah, Saturday morning, I was like, damn it. And I totally had time Friday too, because it was probably my lightest client day of the whole week. So like I could have posted it. I just did it
Didn't
just
wanna think of
completely hit my mind. Yeah.
it.
So but it's out there now. So better late than never, I guess.
Yeah, I thought
No,
that it was
actually,
just posted the one with us in Milan on Tuesday. I got confused and I was like, oh, okay.
oh, that's because I started posting clips, which we hadn't really posted yet from that episode. So that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, what I was thinking for today, this is completely opposite of what you just said, Josh. This is very bodybuilding related, so we can save this for a future episode if we want. Uh, should we do like a little preliminary round of Olympia picks, like a top five
Yeah, I'm down for
for
that.
four
No,
weeks?
I think
Yeah.
bodybuilding is going to talk about in this one. Like I said, I completely spaced the Monday episode. I thought that the last thing we
Right,
talked about was just all bodybuilding stuff. I don't know why. But who
right,
cares
right.
anyway?
True. We talk about what we want. Damn it. Uh, yeah, but we're 4 weeks from this past weekend, right? It's 4 weeks.
4, yeah, I believe so. 3 or
I think
4 or
so.
something.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
November 2nd, isn't it? 2nd through the 5th.
Yep. Second
Yeah,
to the fifth.
yeah, I think that's right. Okay, so I pulled up some. I'm prepared today. I pulled up some Instagrams to peruse. So it would be disrespectful not to start with the reigning champ. So let's pull up Hottie. Do either of you think that Hottie will repeat?
Even
And
I
it has
think
nothing to do with how good he is, because he's really good. For some reason, I just don't. I wouldn't be 100% confident in saying that. I just don't
Yeah.
see it happening. It's not because he's not good. It's because a lot of other people that are coming up are really fucking good.
Yeah.
But
I would agree. I
surprise
would
me.
agree.
I don't see him slipping too far down if he doesn't win again, though. But
I still think he'll be top. I still think he'll be top five with
I
for
think
sure.
he'd have to be. I don't think they'd push him down from first to like sixth in
Yeah.
1 year. Even just, I don't know.
I mean,
Well,
he's just
we saw evidence of that with Rami, right? Like, arguably, Rami could have been sixth behind Samson last year, but he stayed in the top five, and I think some of that's just like
just
respect for the reigning champ, you know?
Yeah. And then in the Arnold, they technically pushed him down a lot further too from that.
Yes. Yes.
Not like an Olympia lineup, but like the people that were behind him in the Olympia lineup were in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean I get a lot of hate for this, but I keep thinking that I would have had Sean Clarita ahead of him at the Arnold too.
Mm-hmm.
I know that
Hey,
he's really small, but he's so goddamn good in every sense of criteria speaking for bodybuilding.
technically, the way bodybuilding is meant to be judged based on bodybuilding criteria, I don't think I could fault you for thinking that, Josh. I mean, if you literally just compare them uh like just based on muscularity, structure, conditioning, completeness, all of that, then yeah, Sean wins for
Yep.
sure. He's just smaller, you know.
Balance, detail, shape, all of it.
Hmm. I think the reason why it's hard to put Hottie in first is because of what we're running into right now. He doesn't really have anything recent up here, you know?
that we
Yeah,
can
we don't
that we can
see him.
judge.
He's not
Yeah.
as prominent in like I don't see him in my feed. I see all these other guys. But
Consistently.
it's weird because he's so good, but I don't want to say that. That's gonna sound bad. I was gonna say it's like forgettable. It's not forgettable, but like it's just
Yeah.
He doesn't keep himself relevant in social media. That how we
Yeah.
keep up with everybody is social media.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say me saying he's forgettable is not an insult on him. It's more of an insult on me. I think it's just because I have such a short attention span and I don't see much of him.
Sure.
Just go with
And
that.
and for people listening, we're not saying that that's a political thing. Like, we're not saying that he's not going to win because he's not a social media celebrity. Like, the judges aren't going to factor that. We're saying it's hard to place him there because we just haven't seen any updates. And
Mhm.
everyone else, we're seeing all these crazy updates, so it's hard not to put them ahead of him, basically.
Yep.
He's got such crazy shoulders, but didn't they actually fault him for that in 2021 because they were like suspicious of
Big.
synthol use or something like that?
That's what I heard. Yeah, everyone was talking about his suspicious shoulders, which who knows, you know. Okay. Yeah, I guess I thought that there was something recent from Hottie.
Just
But
that
He
I
did.
ab shot, just that ab shot that he does in the mirror. That's it.
oh, this one right here?
That's the most
Yep.
recent thing that anybody's seen 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
And the last
Okay.
in the big controversy was his back pose where you could see his pinned area. You know, a little muscle tissue buildup.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you go to that like I saw it on YouTube. Like they zoomed in, you can actually see the little bulge under his lat where it was
Okay.
poking out.
Was it posted on Instagram or no?
Yeah, it was on. Well, I forgot who posted. I forgot. Well, I don't know if it was posted on Instagram. I just saw it on YouTube,
Is it this
but it
maybe?
wasn't. It wasn't this one. Oh, maybe it
Okay.
was. If he does a back double, which it looked like he doesn't.
Are we doing
Oh,
top 5 or top 10, by the way?
I'm thinking we should at least do 8. I guess we might as well do 10 if we're doing 8.
Might as well. That's gonna be.
I want
I
to
want.
write them down.
Yes, I got. I'm about to
have
do mine. I'm doing mine right now.
I have this for you boys
Is
so
it
that
a
we can. Yeah.
Yeah, take that, Fuad. We're ripping you off, bro.
Ours is Google Docs, so it's a little different.
Not doing it as good as you might do it, but we're younger than you, so
We're younger than you.
This is like the Walmart brand of
this is
of the
the discount brand bro chat.
Kirkland brand. Yep.
What the hell is that stuff called? The Walmart one.
Great
Great
value.
value. Great value.
Yeah. There you go. Kroger brand.
We have bro chat at home.
Okay, now this boy, we've seen plenty of nasty updates from on the other end of the spectrum here. This frickin' guy.
Yep.
Good Lord. I saw this the other day and I sent it to a friend of mine and I was like, I think he's gonna win, man.
Bro,
Like,
have y'all watched any of his training videos?
I've watched a handful, yeah.
Bro, like everything he does is just every muscle right now on him is just fucking insane in comparison to
Yes.
This video that you're looking at right now, when it's like at the beginning of the video and it shows his back, his lats are almost out to his elbows. What the
I
fuck?
know. And the lat to waist is like, what?
He cannot wipe his ass. He cannot do it.
At least not without a serious lat cramp, that's for sure.
I don't think his lats would allow his arm to go around back there, dude. I think he's got to do either front to back, or he's got to do, back to front like that, or he's got to just get a bidet. He's not wiping his ass with those lats.
Someone send this clip to Derek Lunsford so we can get him to weigh in on how he wipes his ass.
Is it possible? That's all we want to know.
Oh my God. Yeah, dude. He's improved a lot since his second place last year. So then it also becomes a thing of, okay, if Hadi's improved, has he improved enough to outweigh Derek's improvements? And I don't see it, you know?
I don't see it either. Because he was already so close in perspective last year. And if he's making these huge jumps.
Yes.
Because I'm sure Hadi's more on the like making improvements, but it's also in the game of maintaining his physique at the same time because he's been at this for a while.
Yes. Damn, even the legs, man. The legs have come up a lot.
Just outrageous.
Yeah, I think Hadi is still making improvements, but like you said, Tyler, he's definitely he's older, but he's also just been competing a lot longer, so his progress in 1 year is not going to be the same as progress in 1 year of this guy who just moved up from 212.
Right.
I think that Hadi, I guess he's older relative to Derek, but he's not older. He's like in his low 30s, I believe.
I'm just talking about in the competing aspects at a higher level.
Oh yeah, like just longevity in the sport.
Not age.
Hadi's consistent, but Derek is I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just different. But
It's different.
I don't know. The thing is, every time Hadi goes out on stage, the thing that a lot of people, and what we forget about too, because we don't see a lot of it, is how much fucking insane amount of detail he has. And then when he stands next to other people, that's when you really notice it. So,
and that's what I'm saying. Like if you go back, Derek was missing some of those freaky line grainy details in comparison to Hadi.
Yeah, and
but
he's not
looking at.
He needs to mature more. He needs to just hold on.
Looking at this now, I mean, it's like you said, it's not a for sure that Hadi's going to have that, like going to beat him, edge him out like that. Because if you're looking at this one where he's flexing, you can see the softness. Obviously, in the picture, you can see the softness. But what he looks like now, in comparison to where he was that last year, dude, it's so much going on.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, the density and the detail is way different. You're right.
He was only 1 point behind Hadi at the 2022 Olympia too. So it was like a close decision. It wasn't actually a walk away.
I didn't even see the points.
Now, was that a 1 point overall, or was it just on one? one
No,
of
it
them.
was the one. He got 1 point at prejudging, and then he beat him out in finals, like pretty decidedly. I'm pretty sure finals was a perfect score for Hottie.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was, yeah, one of them was close and one of them kind of wasn't. But still, dude, like, I think the dramatic improvements he's made, if it's a 1 point decision, I don't, yeah, I see Derek moving up, not down, for sure. Okay, the next big one. This is, so Derek is like the most logical pick in my head, but this one here is the pick in my heart. This is what I want and what I truly,
we already know it.
right?
We
What I
already know it.
feel will happen with my heart is that Samson will take it.
Agree.
Just craziness, man. That
I
was Arnold.
I think that the reason that I would have Samson over Derek easily is because, no, I'm not going to say easily, but I have Samson over Derek because I think one of the big standout things that Derek has going for himself, and one of the reasons why he's so good, is because of his shape too.
Yeah.
And I just feel like Samson has that, but on a much larger structure with a lot more muscle. So it's really going to be down to like the conditioning aspect for that with both of them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Derek's back is really kind of I don't think that there's anybody. I think he might have the best back right now.
Yeah. That's
solid. I'll take that.
But that's only two poses. That's only two poses.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, that's true. This progress is insane, man. From March to September, from the Arnold till now, it's like,
yeah. Even from last year's Olympia to the Arnold, and then from the Arnold to now, we don't even know what we're going to see on stage. Like,
exactly.
I just feel like this man is going to step on stage and just be the freakiest motherfucker. Period. That's it. I just like, going to say freaky. That's it.
Yeah.
He won.
just think about last year when he walked out on stage next to Rami.
Mm-hmm.
He was outsizing Rami like pretty noticeably right away.
Mm-hmm.
And then that with like all of the improvements that he has now. It's just, I don't know. I really don't see him not winning. He's who I'm going to have in first.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm leaning that way too, man, for sure. I mean,
it's my heart. Like you said, Neil.
Yeah.
It's my heart.
This is less than 2 years, man. What the heck?
He changed the way he does the back lat spread too. Not since that picture, but since the Arnold in the Olympia.
Oh yeah.
He used to roll his wrists like this. It's what I do too, because I think it's just a tall guy thing. We have longer arms, so when we open up our lats in the back lat spread, there's just a lot more of this, so it creates a gap here. So roll it in. But if you can open it up a lot more like he is doing there, then it closes that gap. So I think it looks a lot better that way.
Yeah. Yeah, to your point, Josh, he's just as shapely as Derek, but he's taller and bigger. So if he can overpower him structurally and hang with him muscularity wise, the only area where I think he gives up muscularity is the back.
Mm-hmm. I think his back has improved quite a bit though too. It's just when you think about Derek's back, it's still not going to be there. He's not going to go from having his back being a weak point to his back being better than the best back in the pro league right now in 1 year.
Yeah. Dude, how freaking inspiring is this comparison right here? Like, damn, dude.
People don't understand this shit takes time. They only see the end product. So that's why they like to throw shade and say it's just PEDs and stuff. But
yeah,
that's almost 10 years.
Yep. That's so crazy. I can't even believe that Samson ever looked like the 2014.
Yeah.
Wild. Wow. Yep. No, definitely. So do we all agree that the two that we just looked at are our top two?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm so sure about Samson being first, but when I do that, it kind of throws off everything else too. So I'm trying to think about it in the way that they judged the Olympia last year, and I feel like it was kind of staggered between like muscle and detail, shape, muscle and detail, shape. Because then you had Hottie's first, that's muscle and detail. Derek second, shape. Nick Walker third, muscle and detail. Fourth, Brandon Curry, more shape in my opinion. Then you had Rami, and then Samson, and then Hunter, and then Andrew. Like, it just kind of went like that all the way through the top 10. So I don't know if I would put Derek second to Samson. I think it would be easy to say Hottie would be second, but then I really just believe Nick is going to pull up to second too.
So I vote we do top 5 right now, because as far as like pick our top 5, because after 6 really, it's kind of like a toss-up. We really got to dig deep on that.
Like, who the hell knows? Yeah.
We'll wait till way close to the Olympia to do the rest of the top 10, because it is going to be.
Yeah, let's just do top 5 for now. That's a good idea. Speaking of muscle and detail.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So this is cool as fuck, by the way, that these two just bumped into each other. That's like Dana and Rob were like two of my biggest they're two of the personalities that I followed the closest when I was first starting. We're talking like 8-9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nick is one of my favorites now. So it's really cool to see those two worlds kind of collide, you know?
I did not know that they were with Redcon One. Well, Dana, and I'm assuming Rob.
They have their own supplement company, so they're not. That must just be an old.
He's I just threw this shirt on just cause.
Yeah, he's like, I don't. This is literally, but it's because they're best friends with Aaron Singerman. That's why.
Oh,
they're really close with Aaron. That's why.
I was gonna say. I mean, I might be the only weird one, but like, I wouldn't wear another company. I don't even wear any other clothes in general.
Yeah. Dude, this is also ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a ton of improvement. Except his caption says otherwise.
No.
I can literally hear the sarcasm in his voice when I read that.
What's the time? What's the time difference here?
I think it's about the same as Samson's, because the left was the Arnold. I believe. It looks like there's a label up top, but it's cut off.
Yeah.
There has to be that was I don't think that was the same amount of time out from the Arnold. I don't know for sure though, because that's pretty dramatic, like in a conditioning sense, and I feel like Nick is.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I regardless, I can see if you're not even just looking at condition for like improvements in that, you can see a lot of size came up in his legs, which is the only thing that they said anything about at the Arnold. So
yes, yeah. Like the sweeps definitely came up, which is exactly what they told him. He's a lot harder, which to your point, Josh, I'm not exactly sure where the timeline is on the left, but even his like shoulders and arms and chest look like they're fuller, and that's
everything is.
He's
everything
this I don't know how, but I swear every show he does, his waist just gets like an inch smaller. And I think it really is just
it really is.
Like his shoulders and his arms are going to be rounder and his legs are going to be bigger. Then that illusion create his waist to be smaller than it was.
Yeah,
but it's still crazy for somebody his size to be able to continue to do that.
Mm-hmm. I
think he's aware with the direction of judging is going. It's more because he was a little bit more boxy.
Yeah.
But now he's starting to get that flow that people are that people want to see, the aesthetic aspect of it.
Is it just me, or are you guys hearing like a noise?
A fan?
I hear a fan too.
Yeah. Oh, it is a fan? Okay.
It sounds like.
I'm hearing it just from my computer, so I know it's like.
Yeah, I'm only hearing it from my computer too.
What the heck? There's someone else on the call.
I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna see if I can mute. I'm gonna mute and then see if that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, it went away.
Sort of.
Weird. Okay, never mind. I didn't have to mute.
Weird, huh?
Whatever.
Anyway, I feel like it's that Matt and he have figured out the perfect formula for making everything else improve without his waist growing at all. Mm-hmm. So every time he gets on stage, his waist appears smaller because everything else is always bigger.
I'll tell you, that formula is definitely not a lot of binge eating and very strict training form.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And I've because him and Justin are both coached by Matt, so they're similar in that regard. But they're eating more than what they typically would right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is insane, and still losing weight.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been listening to them talk about that too, Tyler.
More lean mass means higher metabolism. So
yeah, it's just
why is it doing that?
I don't know. That's really,
I've never seen that before.
that is so weird.
Weird.
What the heck? Oh, there we go. That's super weird.
Huh. They're mystery pictures.
I guess.
Yo.
Yeah, they're a surprise.
Yo, Josh.
Yeah.
Mute your mic. I just muted mine and the noise was still there. I just want to see because I still hear.
Oh, it's Josh.
Why me? I noticed as soon as I muted it went away, but what the
That's weird.
There's not even anything.
It really is.
This is literally a pretty much empty room I'm in right now.
I think the only logical explanation is that your new house is haunted, dude.
That's fine.
Somebody's trying to talk to you, dog. Somebody's trying to talk to you.
Okay, so to me, we just looked at the top 3. I don't know about you guys.
Yep.
I'm not going to place them in an order yet, but I'm going to say that's got it. There's no way that's not the top 3. But in saying that, that also means that basically I think that all 3 of those guys are going to leapfrog Hottie, which is hard to say, but I think I believe it, you know?
That's the thing. It's weird to throw Hottie all the way in 4th. But
I mean, for what we can see now, we have to because we don't know what Hottie's going to do. So we can put Hottie in 4th, but it's a big ass question mark. Yeah,
no, that's true. Based on what we're seeing, we can only judge what we see, and we haven't really seen anything from Hottie to judge. Yeah. So,
and it's we're not talking shit on him by any means. We just don't know what he's going to look like or look like now in comparison.
Exactly. We're literally just banking on and again, this top 5, just like last year's top 5, 1st to 5th, the only thing separating is like fractions of percents, right? Yeah. So it's not like we think Hottie's going to be drastically worse by any means. I think he's going to look amazing. But I think everyone else will be just like that little, like 0.5% better than they were last year. And that's all it really takes at this level. So speaking of someone that we haven't seen a lot of, we do have a new freaking doorway video to look at. So that's always good.
Oh, so
Mr. Curry. Yep. We always.
So I saw this was posted just a couple days ago.
Is he bigger than last year?
Probably not, because last year they overdid it. He came in too big and full and lost a lot of conditioning because of that. So they're probably going to try to, seeing that Hottie won last year, I think that the criteria is going to be more specific towards detail and conditioning. And I think that a lot of the people like Brandon who tried to come in just bigger and fuller are going to try to correct that. Maybe.
You know what sucks for that? Because he did that in retaliation to Rami.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. And then it turns out that wasn't even a factor, which is great.
like that kind of, I know that kind of sucks.
Yeah, man.
I think Brandon's really good. I just don't think that he's going to pull ahead. I think I hate to say it because I really do like Brandon, like as a person too, but I just really don't see him coming back into the top 3 at all.
Yeah.
I don't either. I don't either. Unfortunately.
It's a big issue when you're an older guy, like coming into the end of your career. Like is he in his 40s yet? Or is he about to be?
I think he is. I'm pretty sure.
I thought he was.
Either way, like at that age and your weak point and the issue that you still need to be bringing up being your legs, which is what goes away pretty much first for a lot of people when they're starting to get older is just, I don't see, I mean, I've only seen one person at a high age improve their legs, and that was Dexter.
Mm-hmm. Who's just an alien.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Okay, so here's a question for you guys. If Brandon is the same, obviously not the same fullness as last year because that would be impossible, but if he's bigger, just like he was last year, like has more tissue on him, but he's peeled, and Hottie looks the same as last year, do you think he beats Hottie?
No. No.
Yeah.
I don't think conditioning was the only factor that had him behind him.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the balance.
I can't say because right now if I'm looking at Brandon as far as like where we have like we're all pretty much saying he's gonna be five or six. But
yeah.
I'm over thinking like his strongest comparison right now is gonna be Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Like can he beat Hunter?
I'm muting my mic because it keeps happening.
Now you sound great. I don't know what changed, but now it's completely gone.
I don't know. Maybe I need to put more stuff in this room for it. Maybe it's that.
Yeah, it's just like the
next to a vent.
I've got this. I just haven't got it all set up yet. I need to get a new cord. It doesn't connect properly, but hopefully next week I'll just be able to use that and it'll be a lot better.
There you go. I'm sure it'll be fine, man. It's gone. For me, it's gone now. So
yeah, I don't hear it either.
Okay, so yeah, I think we're all in the same boat there. Like probably he's going to be fighting for 4th, 5th, 6th. He's going to be in that mix, is what I'm thinking.
Well, I don't know if Nathan or Baruz are going to be competing, so that might influence my top 5. I don't know if it will actually mess with my top 5 at all. I'm still kind of debating on where I would see those two, especially Baruz, but
yeah. All right, so next
do you think Nathan can squeeze into the top 5?
Nathan? I don't know.
I see Nathan comparing well with this guy right here, Hunter.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with Nathan. He does all the European shows too, obviously.
Yeah.
So we don't see him next to guys like Hunter or Andrew or anything, and I just don't know what to think about. And Baruz as well. Like I'd need to see Baruz next to guys like this to know for sure. But
yeah, I'm a big fan of Baruz's physique. Actually, I like him a lot.
Me too. I don't know where to place him in an Olympia lineup at all yet. I need to see it happen first. So I think for that reason, I'd leave him out of my top 10. Mm-hmm. But I just don't think that means he can't be top 10. I actually assume he will be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty gnarly. What I heard is basically the deciding factor for him versus Andrew was just posing endurance.
Yep, it was. It was the fact that Andrew was able to just sit there and hold his poses. He didn't have to contract as hard. He wasn't gassing out as fast, so he wasn't fading. And then Hunter was posing harder and harder.
Yeah. Fading. So I think I even heard that Hunter was ahead at the beginning, right? At the beginning of the posing rounds, and then as he faded, Andrew took it.
Yeah, because didn't they give him like 4, 5 fucking rounds of posing?
It was at least 4.
No, they did a lot more than that. I think they did 8.
8 rounds total? Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, I guess it was a shit ton.
I'm trying to remember what they did because it was prejudging and finals that they went through rounds like crazy. So it was both.
Yeah.
I think it was like 5 prejudging and then 8 finals or something crazy like that. But
that's so wild.
Aggressive.
Yeah, imagine the posing endurance.
I'd be like,
it's also crazy that Andrew's coach kind of anticipated for that, and they were doing posing rounds in like a hot room and everything.
That's what I heard. Yeah. For what it's worth, I heard from, I can't remember where he said this, but I heard from Guy Sister Nino that Chris Aceto called Guy personally and said Andrew's going to win the Olympia. Now, to be fair, the last time he said that about somebody was about Sean, and that was the year that Sean beat Phil. So I don't think that's going to happen, but a little part of me is like, damn.
Yeah, in the same breath, though, Andrew's always been the one that's been like, he was only 70% at this show, just wait. But then it was obviously like he wasn't just 70% of that show, so it created like a lot of hype when he first started competing. And
no, that wasn't Chris that said that. That was George.
No, I know, but it's just, that's what people like. It's just a thing, just another thing to consider.
Yeah, and I think Chris Aceto is also just kind of a little out there with his, you know what I mean? Like it could be that the year that he predicted that with Sean so perfectly was just kind of like luck, like kind of coincidence, you know, that he happened to.
He's like, I'm the guru. I can foresee all.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
think
love Crazy. I think he's hilarious, but he's definitely, he's a little eccentric. So, and he's increasingly so with as he ages. So, it could be that he's a prophet and he's right and it's going to shock everyone, or he's just kind of, a crazy old man. Like it's hard to say which is true.
the reason that I do not think that Andrew would win the Olympia this year is because he did not beat Samson at the Arnold, and he's competed more recently than Samson has, which when you do go through prep, it is going to kind of take away from progress that you can make in the off season because you're going to have a little bit longer of a time to improve. We've seen Andrew more recently, and I still don't think that version of Andrew would have beaten the Arnold version of Samson. So Samson's had all of this time to just be completely off and improving, and Andrew's competed more recently, and he still didn't look like he, in my opinion, would have beat him. I don't think he can beat Samson right now.
I don't. My take on Andrew is that he's a dark horse to crack top 5. Just depends on how he shows up.
Yeah,
I am having a hard time between him and Hunter still.
yeah, me too.
Because that's who I'm trying to figure out right now is who would I have ahead of which one? I don't know. Because I'm also trying to think. Hunter competed twice. He was a little bit more better peaked for that show than he was the previous one, whereas that was Andrew's first show of this year. So when you think about that, Andrew could still come in a little bit better peaked to the Olympia, and then that could edge him over Hunter again, just slightly. But
Damn, dude.
if he can't do his side tricep variation, though, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh?
I think that actually might make a difference just because I don't feel like his actual side tricep is really that good. I feel like he has to hit it that way.
Yeah. I think the rule is you can still hit it that way, but only as a transition, right? Like you have to hit an actual side drive first.
Yeah, so it's not being judged necessarily in the same way.
Sure. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, dude. He's definitely improved his posing a lot since last year. That was one of the critiques of him last year was just that he was kind of he's only done a handful of shows, so it makes sense. But posing needed a lot of work, and it looks like he's been doing it.
He came over from the Elite League, right? IFBB Elite?
No, I think he was just like he didn't compete at all. Like he wasn't even competing.
He was just training with Larry Wills.
Yeah, he was just lifting heavy shit with Larry Wheels in Dubai and just like eating donuts for meal one and like just kind of doing whatever. Yeah.
I was just going to say, I'm glad to see somebody come over to the IFBB and actually have respect for it and try, learning to do posing and everything instead of doing what Michael Krizo did, which is just shit talk it and then come in with some garbage presentation. He's a good bodybuilder, but he didn't obviously not give a fuck about presentation and professionalism because he was shaking and sweating so fucking bad at his first show in the pro league.
Yeah, Andrew definitely has, if you actually like watch some interviews with him and stuff, he's definitely more humble than he appears on the surface. Like he has a lot of respect for the sport, which is cool to see.
Yeah. I like Andrew a lot. I think Krizo just rubs me the wrong way because I feel like he is so arrogant, but
yeah. No, Krizo definitely came in trying to stir the pot a little bit, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I'm really having a hard time trying to figure this out. I don't know about you guys, but I've got most of my top 5, and it might change, but I'm just having a hard time between Hunter and Andrew for 5th.
Well, remember, this is a preliminary. These ain't locked in yet.
These ain't final. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's just preliminary. You got more time to think about it. We got some weeks.
So this is the last one that I pulled up. This is not a factor for top 5, I don't think, but could potentially be top 8. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I can't see him in top 8. Maybe 10. But top 8.
Yeah. Well, what was he last year? 10? 11?
He was outside the 10 last year.
He was outside because it was Rafa in 10. So he must have been 11 or 12.
I just figured out this isn't going to change anything probably, but the Olympus Pro, just for what we said earlier, it actually was qualifying for this year.
Oh, it was?
Oh, it was. Okay.
Theo didn't qualify.
Oh, that's sick, man. Good for Theo. That's awesome. Yeah, he doesn't really have any full physique updates here anyway, but
I'm not looking for this guy, to be honest with
yeah, I think he improved this year. Oh, is this from this year or last year?
That's just what it is, dude. I think he looks really good in a tank top. There's something about his midsection. I'm not even necessarily saying it's big. It's just there's something about his torso that I just cannot really.
Yeah,
I just don't like it.
it's literally if you look at this image on the screen right now and just put your thumb over his abs when he hits that front double
you.
and
I'm about to do that for real.
and picture
That's
like
weird.
Nick Walker abs.
That makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what's weird. But the thing is, he doesn't have a bad waistline or anything.
It
It's just I
doesn't.
can't figure out what it is. Maybe it's the way that his lats are inserting into it. I don't know, but I don't like it. It just
I
doesn't
think
look good.
it's that, Josh, and then just like the development of his abs is sort of
Yeah,
weird.
I
Like
don't think he didn't do a lot of ad work.
they're shallow for sure, and then just like the shape of them is kind of weird, especially when he
Yeah.
pulls up. It's almost like he has a one long top ab, and then his two middle ones, and then one long bottom ab. It just not look aesthetically pleasing, you know?
Yeah, it's nothing he can really do about that either, too, unless he
Yeah,
learns how to pull a vacuum or
I
something.
was about
But
to, I was about to say, I'm sure there's something he can do.
yeah. If I were Crizzo, not that I'm trying to give Crizzo advice here, but if I were Crizzo, I would train the hell out of my abs and get them as thick and gnarly and granite as possible. And then
Because now that you're saying that, everything else is 3D ish, like
yeah,
except that middle section is just smooth and stretched.
yeah. Well, he's got Nick Walker sized arms. He's got actually really good quads. Back could be better, but it's improving. It's just the midsection throws off the whole physique, you know?
exactly, that's the thing. That's why I feel like there's not much you'd be able to do about it because what you would normally do about that is you would create, like I said, with Nick, the illusion of a smaller waist, which would be
Yeah.
like big shoulders, arms, legs. He already has. That
Yeah.
guy's arms aren't getting any fucking bigger. They're not.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
they're the only
Yeah.
they're the only
He
other
gets
pair
that
of
once a
arms.
month.
Yeah, they're the only other pair of arms that are even comparable to Nick's. Like they're enormous. So
I think, well, we talked about like top five. We were going to wait for top 10, but I
yeah,
definitely want to just say I see Tonio definitely going to be in the top 10 this year. I don't,
agree.
I know that he's structurally maybe not as big, like he's a lighter weight of a bodybuilder, but he's
Mhm.
just got he's so impressive to me. He reminds me of Dexter Jackson in a way too, where I'm like, he's
Mhm.
going to be
Oh,
he's going to be pushing up to top spots and then staying there for a while, I feel like.
So all right, now that you bring that up, do you think he's beaten? Well, I don't know what to expect, but I'm gonna bring in like Brett. Is he hands down beating Brett?
ooh, that's a good comparison.
What show did Brett qualify on this year? I can't remember.
It was a European show.
Yeah,
Romania.
yeah, it was a while ago.
It was. I want to say Romania. I could be wrong though. All right, let's pull up Brett. Any other honorable mentions you guys want to see for your top five?
I would want to look
Let's
at.
let's throw Ian in there.
Hell yeah, man. Hey,
That's my emotional pick to win the Olympia. He's just trolling everybody, and then he's going to come in and win it.
no one can ever say for sure that he wouldn't have won.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's 100% true.
I've been saying that I believe he would have potential to be a top three guy for like the last 3 years. So I'm going to just say,
Yeah,
nobody can tell me I was wrong because we don't know anymore.
exactly, dude. Brett confuses me, man. So Brett in his off season is freaking like, look how thick he is, man. He's enormous. And then it never quite translates to stage, and I don't know if that's just like his body speeds up and it's hard to keep his fullness, or if it's just like an age thing, like maybe his muscle tissue is so new that it just kind of comes and
That's what it
goes.
is. His muscle tissue's new. When you have newer muscle tissue and it hasn't held onto the frame for as long, then when you diet down, it's not going to look the same. It's not going to hold the same.
Yeah.
So more mature muscle, and especially for a guy that is a dense bodybuilder, because he's a guy who builds like really dense, grainy muscle and like does his really heavy training.
Yeah.
It's going to flatten out a lot easier.
Hmm.
So it is a lot harder to fill out. it's going to be different. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see this year, but I think it'd take him another year of holding onto that tissue before it's actually going to present itself well on stage, like with that kind of condition that he would need to be.
Yeah. Yeah, because at the whatever show he qualified at, let's see if I can find it. Whatever show he qualified at, he's freaking peeled.
Yeah, it's just with him, he's going to look really good in off season. What you'll notice too is even when he was in the off season, he looks really big and thick, but he's also pretty lean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's
right
a lot
here.
to do with like he's coming from men's physique and then classic and then open, and he put on all of his muscle pretty recently everywhere. So it's not like how with a lot of people, what you're going to see is he worked on his back or his legs or whatever one single body part he had a weakness for. So
Yeah.
that one for like a couple shows is going to show up a little bit flatter and less detailed,
Yeah.
just with having new muscle tissue. With Brett, it's his whole entire physique.
Yeah. 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 This right here, 11 weeks out. So I feel like in the 11 to 12 week out mark, he looks insane. Like way, way bigger.
Yeah.
Then let's see if I can find a stage shot.
I think it's just when they start trying to push him down even more in body fat, the only thing they can do is lose a little bit of that new muscle tissue that he has. So it really is just going to take more time to stick.
Yeah.
But the reason that I don't really know where to place Brett too is he came in for his open debut and he took second to Hunter.
Yeah.
In a pretty good lineup. He actually, Rolly Winkler was in that lineup too. That was Chicago.
Yeah.
He created a lot of hype for himself. Then he came in and did the Arnold and was very, very off, placed pretty low. And after that, he lost a lot of his trajectory. So that to the point where like this Romania show where he qualified, I was having a hard time even remembering how he looked because it just kind of threw my radar a little bit. Not like I don't pay attention to him. It's just that's kind of what happens.
Yeah.
But he's also one of those guys that doesn't really post consistently either.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a real bodybuilder. I think he's just instead of posting and worrying about social media and stuff, it's all about the training. That's how unfortunately I am. It's a problem with having to do shit social media. I got to learn how to record myself training.
Yeah, like this was 40 weeks ago. So to your point, Josh, it's been a long time since we've seen him on stage.
Yeah, so I don't really know what to expect from him. So right now he's like, I don't know. How old is he too?
He's young.
He's young.
Yeah, he's not old at all. I think he's what, 28, maybe?
I think he's
maybe
like,
younger than that.
I think he's like Nick's age or maybe even a year or two younger.
I need him to post something so I can. I would say he's one of the like a dark horse for sure, but then
Yeah.
he hasn't really given me any reason, like from show placings, to put him in such a high spot because he placed second to Hunter in Chicago, but the rest of the lineup that he beat there wasn't a top 10 Olympia except for Rolly Winkler, who was coming off of, being not, I don't want to say like worse and worse and worse, but like he was already slipping at that point too. That was not the best Rolly Winkler either.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Was that Andrea? Good God.
I think so, yeah.
He's impressive.
Hey, go to that back double.
He's so goddamn wide, dude. I thought Brett was wide when you see him next to Freakin.
Like,
yeah, man. That's crazy. I guess Brett does look pretty damn good in full here, though. Like his arms, shoulders, legs all look really good. He just, his look changes a lot from off season to stage, obviously. But
you know what hurts Presty when you look at him next to a guy like Brett, even though Brett's structurally smaller. Presty's so goddamn wide that his legs don't keep up, even though his legs are not really small, I don't think, but like his shoulder width, just ridiculous.
That's what I noticed. I feel like if the legs matched the top, he'd be beating Brett in this shot,
Yeah, because Brett looks extremely impressive. He's super round and conditioned in full, and he has he's very complete and balanced too. But then you look at Presty, and it's like if that guy had more like muscle on that frame, that would fucking destroy a lot of people. I feel like that's just It's just I don't know if it's just I don't know how old he is either. He's kind of like I've been watching Presty for like 3 years or 4 years too, like paying attention to him, but I've never actually seen him as a standout guy either. So I don't really know how much he can do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good question. Um,
He's qualified too.
Yeah,
what show did he win?
I can't remember the name of the show, but I do know that it was.
I
Oh,
got the list right here of all the qualified right now
yeah,
for
I've got the
Olympia.
qualified competitor list pulled up. I'm trying to remember where. That's how I saw with Theo and Charles because they got added on pretty much immediately. It looks like they finalized the list because those were
Okay.
the last shows for qualification. But damn, I cannot think of what show he won. I know that it wasn't like super long ago, maybe,
Yeah.
but it was a European show.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the lineup. My brain just isn't working right now. I'm so
Josh, who did you say you wanted to see before we do picks?
me or Tyler?
I thought you said Josh that you wanted to see something.
Tony Burton.
Oh, right. Okay.
I would say Tonio is one that I want to see. I would really like to see. I don't think that Baruz is going to make it because I think the last thing that people were saying is he still doesn't have a visa and it's too damn close at this point. But we've
Yeah.
seen he pull off that same shit where it was like last minute he was able to get in and get top three. So
Yeah. 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 I think the last I heard about Nathan was from the guys in at Pure, the in Canada, HD Muscle guys. They said that Nathan was coming there to train, to prep, and then he was going to go from Canada to the US because I guess he can
That's
go.
easier.
Yeah, I guess that's easier for him.
Yeah,
that's exciting then because
Yeah.
Nathan hasn't done an Olympia for a while, even though he's qualified. And I think Nathan is really, really good. I'm still not super like in agreement with the judges as far as him not beating Regan, but
well, I think we ain't gotta bring that back up. I think
yeah, that's old.
we are.
Why?
If they can go ahead and have their rematch at the Olympia, and then that'd be cool because Nathan beat him once, Regan beat him once. This would be like Hunter and Ian's thing.
Yeah,
They come into the Olympia for redemption.
it's a good rivalry too because they always do those European shows.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good rivalry. I don't know why Tonio's page isn't loading right now, but
Because he's just too damn good, so it just doesn't want people. They're not ready for it.
I think so, man.
Yeah,
People aren't ready, so they're not going to show him.
do me a favor. Bring up the sauce boss. If this ain't if they not if he Tonio's not
Mr.
loaded.
Ross Flanagan.
Bring up what, Tyler?
The
Ross
sauce boss.
Flanagan.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's another good dark horse for top 10.
I like Ross a lot. I think he's going to be too small for top 10. Because
Yeah.
That's the thing with you bringing
like you have
Antonio.
Ross, he's really good, but he's going to be very comparable to a guy like Tonio as far as structure and weight and everything goes. And Tonio, I think, is going to be much better than Ross. I don't think Ross could be a guy like Tonio at least right now because Tonio's muscles just so thick and dense and full and round.
Yeah.
Like he could be on the warpath to be like Sean Clarita type.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got such a good side leg too when he does his like side chest and stuff. I think he's really good, but
Yeah, dude. And I love how passionate and excited he is all the time for bodybuilding. It's
I just like him as a person. I think he's great.
Yep.
Yeah, yes.
Agreed.
He's definitely going to be conditioned. I just wonder, like,
Yeah.
I think at the show that he last did, he was like 220 maybe around that.
Yeah. I think you're right.
I could be wrong. I don't know for sure, but I'm that's what I think I heard. But
Oh shit, I don't even follow him. Now I do.
he followed me randomly, and it was the most confusing shit ever, and I still assume it was an accident.
Oh really?
But I think
That's cool.
Accident or not. He's watching.
Dude, I always assume people follow me that it's an accident.
Yeah. Dude, I'm also a massive fan of this guy's sauces. Have you guys tried them?
No, I'm not. I don't like flavor.
Oh,
I
that's
don't want my
right.
food to taste like anything. I'm weird.
That's right. I use them all the time. They're phenomenal.
I'll try them.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I give me recommendations. I'll try it, and then tell me what I need to try it with. Because I eat a lot of salmon. I don't think that I want anything on my salmon.
Let's see if
Solid
with
point.
salmon,
I have to be the
he's got this one that's It's like it's Nick sauce. It's the meat sauce. It's kind of like a Thai ginger type of flavor.
Dude, I don't know what this stuff is. I don't even know if this is what it's actually called for people, but there's this restaurant. It's called Sapporo's. It's in my hometown. I actually just ate there this last Saturday. They have this thing called yum yum sauce, dude. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I can get down with. I'd put that on everything that I eat.
Nice. Yeah, dude. I think he's
He's
phenomenal.
really, really good. I don't know about, well, how many people do we even have qualified this year? Because I'm pretty sure this Olympia is not as big as last year where there's like 30 goddamn people.
Yeah, no, I think we're.
Yeah. Here, let's see if we can find his stage shots.
Actually, no, we're like 28.
It says 24 is what I just counted.
Oh, wait. Well, minus Ian.
Oh my God, the classic physique qualified competitor list is really crazy long again.
Is it?
Of course it is.
Wow.
Because they get 2 people per show.
Really?
Oh, is that why?
Why are they
Yeah.
doing that? What's the point of that?
Fuck if I know.
Wait.
We're open. Open is the only one that's is a 1-person thing.
No shit. So it's top 2 qualify?
Yep. Same thing for physique too.
Are you sure? Because I know that Terrence just blocked Logan again from qualifying, and Logan got second at Legion.
Oh wait, sorry. Strike
Maybe
that.
it's just that there's more shows.
Strike that. I'm thinking from. Ignore my thoughts.
From like the
amateur to pro. My bad.
The pandemic year where everybody was getting through.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. At national shows, it is. At national shows, it is top 2 for those classes. You're right.
Yeah. This is a different topic. I'll just say this real quick though, and I think that a lot of people would disagree with me, but I think that even at a national show, I think that only the overall winner, or at least only first place in your class, should actually get a pro card. I don't see why it's first and second of every single class. I think pro cards are kind of just being handed out like candy at this point. I don't think that means it really matters. I just think that it takes away the meaning of a pro card. Like there's a lot of, not anybody specific, but like in recent years, there's a lot of really subpar professionals that are able to get their pro card like off of a second place at a show.
Yeah.
That was like, what was the show this year that was really, I don't think it was the South Carolina show, but there was a national show this year that was just so lackluster in every single way. There wasn't a single guy that came out of that show that just looked very impressive. So
I like to think that they do that is because to keep the excitement and the relevancy of bodybuilding to a higher standard for people who are looking to get into it.
Yeah, it's making it more easily accessible in a way for people to like do that. But I think it would be more exciting if it was still more prestigious and harder to do. Like we only have a show where you qualify for nationals and then you go to nationals and you get your pro card. I think there should at least be like 3 tiers. You have to qualify at a regional show or like a local show to go over to like a pre-national show or something to get into a national show to get a pro card. I don't see why it's just a 2-step process, but I don't know. I think that it's just.
I guess the only rebuttal to that, or the saving grace of that, is that if a subpar amateur gets a pro card, they're not going to do anything as a pro, so it's all going to cream rises to the top.
They could just kind of talk about it.
Yeah.
And get people like, oh, you really did that? Oh, I can do it too. And so here they are.
But think about how much how big of a deal it was to get a pro card back then. And you would pretty much get a sponsored contract and everything right away. Like it was that big of a deal where like this could very well become your career off of earning a pro card. That's how prestigious it was. And then over time it's become less and less. And now there's a lot of people with pro cards who nobody even knows who aren't going to place any like in a pro show at all. So that prestige kind of went away.
Yeah.
If you assume that kind of pattern could trend for like the next 10 years, then what is the Mr. Olympia title going to mean 10 years from now? Is that going to lose prestige too?
I think that will remain the same because we're talking about just to get the pro card. And that one, getting a pro card, all right, that's technically that would be step 1. But then you got to win a pro show. Now you're going against pros who actually live and breathe the lifestyle. And then those who win go to Olympia. So it's from amateur to pro. those are like that's like when you in school and you go into a weed out class or some shit like it doesn't really it matters, but it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Because not everybody like you're giving people who may be amateur or whatever, but all of a sudden it clicks for them when they turn pro, and then they start really truly leveling up. So it's just I think that's more of an opportunity thing. 2, it's a money thing. 3, it's a relevancy for the U.S. type of thing.
Yeah. All right, boys. Moment of truth.
Top 5. Let's get them.
Top 5, gentlemen. Okay. Let's just go. We'll all say first, then we'll all say second, then we'll all say third. Let's go one at a time like that. I'm going Samson.
Same Samson. Yep.
Tyler.
Derek.
Milan, what do you think?
Milan actually just texted and might be able to hop on just to give her picks real quick here at the end. So she might be showing.
Oh shit! There you go.
Yeah. So we'll see. Okay.
She can't see ours when she gives hers.
Oh,
yes,
you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, we won't show her. We won't share the screen then.
I'll show her.
I'm going Derek in second.
I'm going Nick.
Ooh.
Okay, I got Samson second.
Okay. I'm going.
Names up there, and it's already pretty different.
I know. I like this, guys. I'm going. As hard as it is for me to say that he's just going to repeat his placing, given his improvements, I guess I'll go Nick third.
That's why I have Nick in second, because I do not think that he could possibly slip a placing or remain the same placing. I think that he really does just kind of improve over and over and over again. He does exactly what he's going to say, and I don't think that there's a lot of bodybuilders, if any, right now that are as disciplined and perfect with everything as he is.
Agreed.
The motherfucker has a bedtime, dude. I don't know. I think that's why I have him ahead of people too. But in third I have and I'm going off of the way that they judged us last year in a sense. So I'm going Derek for third.
Derek, okay.
Like I said, I feel like they went like shape, muscle, like.
Yeah.
Respect. Nick. For me. Yo, hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Fourth, I'll go Hottie.
That's what I got for fourth too. Hottie.
Okay.
Ooh. I bet you he's gonna say Hottie too.
I think so too.
If he doesn't say Hottie, I'm gonna be pretty fucking shocked. I can't see
We'll
him.
We'll go and fill it in for him.
Because it's already wild for me to put Hottie in fourth after him winning, but
yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of things, dude. I think he also, the reason he won last year is because he didn't push so hard for conditioning in detail. He kind of came in a little bit in a middle ground.
Yes, fuller, bigger.
And because he came in a little bit of a middle ground as far as like fullness and everything goes, I don't know how easy that would be for them to repeat that. I know Hani is like probably going to be perfectly fine, but it's just a different way that they peaked him, and I don't know if it'd be easy to repeat it or not. I don't know if that even makes sense, but that's just kind of...
No, that makes total sense. Tyler, are you going Hottie for fourth? Did we guess right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Dude, that's the only place that all three of us agree on. That's hilarious.
Now this one, fifth place, this is where I'm going to be like, I think that things are going to be really different between three of us too.
I agree, man. Oh, this is so hard. Okay, I'm gonna go Brandon.
Damn. Okay. Hunter.
Yeah. I'm going Brandon.
Okay. Yeah, man. I think
it's
Hunter.
It's a tough call.
I think honestly, Hunter and Andrew both have the potential to leapfrog Brandon and place fifth.
Yep.
I'm just.
Hunter,
I feel like
emotional pick for me slightly too, but also I just do believe that he's that good.
I agree, man. I mean, I would love to see Hunter in fifth. That'd be phenomenal. We'll see. I might even end up changing that pick when we get a little closer, for sure.
Hunter's helped me out a lot. I know that we're not like close friends, but we're friends, so I don't want to say that that's the only reason I picked him for fifth, but I just think that he's just that good. And I think that this is the little rematch too that him and Andrew are going to have, and Hunter knows exactly what he missed on for that, and it had nothing to do with needing an off season to improve. It had everything to do with just posing. So
Posing,
because of that, I do see him placing ahead of Andrew, and I have Andrew really high at this year's Olympia too. So.
Yeah, man, I really like Hunter as a person too. I got to talk to him backstage at Emerald Cup. He's actually the one that handed me my overall trophy at Emerald Cup. So I got a special place in my heart for him too, for sure. But okay, holy shit, man, that was a tough top 5.
Yeah, I know. I'm not 100% confident in I don't know, dude. We're just gonna have to see what happens. This is weird for me. I just feel like what would have been logical is to put Hottie in first or second at least.
Yeah.
But I just do not see that happening that way.
Yeah. Basically, Samson, Derek, and Nick all flip-flop for me depending on whose updates I've seen most recently. So like Nick will post something new and I'll be like, oh, Nick's gonna win. Samson will post something new. I'm like, oh, Samson's gonna win. Same thing with Derek. But
I don't know. I've had Samson ahead. I've had Samson for first place since last year's Olympia when I just saw how he looked there.
Yeah. Overall, I've had Samson in first most consistently for sure.
And it's not because we're hostile people, okay?
Derek and Nick.
He's just that good.
Derek and Nick is really close for me. I could see those going each way.
That's why I have Nick in second, because like I said, last year I felt like it was judged a certain way where it was like first place was Hottie. He's not like a shape guy. Second place, Derek is a shape guy. Third place, Nick's not a shape guy. Like it literally went like that.
That's true. Do you really think that was intentional though? Or do you think that was
I don't know, but it just seems like it, because then it was Samson 6th, Hunter 7th, Andrew 8th, William 9th, Raphael 10th.
That's a good point. It is true.
It really is consistent like that.
Yeah, it was literally the whole entire top 10. And then as soon as it was after the top 10 is when it stopped doing that as much, because then it goes Ian, Michael, and then Patrick.
So yeah. I mean, I guess that's kind of a big coincidence, but yeah, that's just crazy. Huh. Man.
It's definitely a coincidence. Maybe. I don't know. That's just that's why I'm like, if I'm going to put a shape guy in first place, then I'm going to put muscle dense guy in second place. That's just the way that I'm going to do it. I feel like that's just what they did.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It's also just really hard to compare someone like Nick, who's like fully complete. I think his shape is getting better and better, but arguably doesn't have the best shape. It's hard to compare somebody like that to somebody like Samson, who's still extremely heavily muscled, maybe not quite as perfectly complete, but his physique just flows. Like everything just fits together, you know?
You know what is cool to me? Like what I think about when I think about the Nick versus Samson thing?
Yeah.
Is Samson's like the underdog guy who worked the labor jobs. He was in construction and he was building his way up through bodybuilding for a very long time. He was placing lower. And now all of a sudden he's like top talks for the Olympia. And then Nick has been like super diligent. Like this is his whole entire life. He lives everything for this. Just 100%. All he wants to do is try to get better and win. And that's exactly the Ronnie and Jay dynamic.
Yeah.
I see that.
I can see that. Well, if history is going to repeat itself, then Nick is going to be second for a long time. Samson's going to win for a long time.
The only thing with that is I don't know how many Olympias I have Samson winning because of his age. So sure. I say that it's probably I would comfortably say he could get 2, maybe 3. But then after that, I don't know what's going to happen, because I also would say that Andrew could possibly get 1, but he's also older.
True.
Yeah, I think it's hard to say, because Samson, I think, could compete for a long time because of how young he is in terms of like PED use and competing. However,
that's going to be a factor of it too. He's been very minimal with PED use, and he trains the way. Like he might be 40, but he's not like physically going to be the same kind of 40 years old as somebody like Ronnie Coleman at 40, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. I didn't think about that.
To your point, though, I don't see him, even though like he could probably push that line of like competing later, I don't really see him doing that, even so. Like, it seems like his priorities are such that as soon as he gets to an age where maybe his risk factors are a little higher regardless, he'll probably call it a day, you know? But I could definitely see him getting 2, 3, maybe even 4 Olympias between now and then, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see him not winning this year.
If he wins, let's say he wins this year. Let's say Samson wins. Let's say Samson never loses another show that he does. How many do you think he would take before he retired?
Before he chose to retire?
Yes.
Words matter.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I still feel like he would choose to retire because of his age.
Right.
But you're in this conversation, it's an assumption that he would choose to retire, or his age wouldn't be a factor.
Yeah.
Oh no, dude, I think there's too many variables for that one for me, because then you have to take into
that's a tough, like, if he won every single show up until he retired.
Yeah.
How many shows would he do?
Wait, hold on.
Right.
How many do you think he would want to win, or how many would he win? Because then the obvious answer is as many as he wants to.
Right. So I'm like,
I mean, how many? Basically, the question is then how many do you think he would want to win before being like, okay, I have nothing else to prove.
I believe he'd be happy with one.
Yeah, but do you think
he's so humble in the first place? I don't think that he would need to be like, I need to win as many as possible, and I need to create this record that nobody can beat, and then I want my name to be etched in stone forever. I do not see Samson as that kind of person. It's not bad to be that kind of person.
So if I jump in, I'm saying I think he would probably get 3. I think he would want to achieve 3. Yeah, because then you at that point you've separated yourself from the one timers. So now you're a level higher.
Yeah,
and then I just kind of think about it like that. But he would have to win. You know, just win them back to back to back, and then call it like this is it.
Yeah,
3-peat. I'm good.
I could definitely see that. I don't think he's going to be fully satisfied with 1.
I think I say 2 now because of what Tyler said. Because you're right. Yeah. Brandon Curry won 1 Olympia, but nobody ever. No, but at the same time, Sean Roden won 1 Olympia, and that's the last show that he did, and we still look to him. So, like, if Samson won 1 Olympia and then retired, I think it would be much different.
Right. If he retires on top, regardless, he's going to be kind of etched in stone as Mr. Olympia.
Especially in a lineup like this one.
Yeah. I think I'm with you. I think I'm with you, Tyler. I could see 2 or 3.
I also don't think that him retiring is going to be based off of placings. I think he's coming into the prime of his career now, and I don't think that he's going to just, leave right when he starts to get like really, really good.
Agreed. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Who said that? I was listening to a podcast, a slightly older podcast, like back. It was James. I was listening to a podcast that was right after Samson won the Arnold, and James was on, and he said something that like really struck a chord with me. He said, Samson might never lose a show again. And I'm like, that's actually totally possible. Like that could happen. He could just win this year, and then he could just win again and again, and then retire. And then that's legacy.
Another thing with Samson, though, too, and I think that I don't know for sure if he would be like this, but it's just something that would absolutely set him apart from a lot of the recent Olympia winners. I feel like if Samson wins this year, he's not only going to wait until next Olympia, I feel like he might want to compete through the year again, or maybe at the Arnold again or something, which nobody does anymore, but I feel like that would be... I feel like I would like to bring that back in bodybuilding. I want to see all of these top guys act. Oh, shit.
She made it. Perfect timing, too.
Oh, really?
Oh, shit.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
You're good?
No, I've had an hour and 27 minutes late.
Yeah. No big deal.
Yeah, sorry. I knew I was forgetting something, because, like, on my schedule, so I'm working 3 jobs right now, just so you guys know.
Oh, shit.
I just started my third one, like, on the last week of September, and then both my schedules came out and I've been like working every day. And then I don't know if you guys know it's Canadian Thanksgiving, so happy Canadian Thanksgiving to you all.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Even though you're not Canadian.
Heck yeah.
So yesterday I had 3 dinners to go to, and then I was like, fuck, I'm so tired. And then I forgot. So that's my excuse, and I'm really sorry. Because I was so pumped.
You're totally good. That's a pretty good excuse. 3 Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was
be in
a
a
lot.
coma for a while, so
It was a
You're working
lot.
3 jobs and you ate a lot of food. I think that's pretty valid.
Yeah.
3
Yeah,
jobs
dude.
and 3 Thanksgivings.
Yeah, I was like, cause I started the new one. I haven't been able to eat a lot, so I've just actually been losing weight, which is like complete opposite of my goal right now. So like this weekend, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking eat the whole
Going
day, gain all the way back.
What was
Yeah.
the best thing you ate yesterday?
Ooh, probably my mom. So my mom's Portuguese, and she makes this thing. It's called bacalhau, which is like a potato and fish and like cheese, like dish. That was probably the best thing I had. And then her turkey's always really, really good. And then I wasn't able to make any desserts, unfortunately. But yeah, I'd have to say my mom's fish dish, which was
Hell
really
yeah.
good.
That sounds bomb.
Yeah.
Okay,
What is your Thanksgiving? Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we all gave our top 5 picks,
Oh, already.
and we
Okay.
decided we're gonna make you do it sight unseen and not show you what ours are. Then we'll compare,
Okay.
just to make
Okay.
it more fun.
They'll change probably, but
Yeah.
Yeah, this is preliminary 5. This isn't.
Yes. Yes.
This isn't live.
we're ripping
This
off
isn't live.
Fuad in every way we can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You
Okay.
just gotta place a bet, and then it'll be a true ripoff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're doing bets. Okay.
We should.
All right.
We totally
Well, okay.
We should have figured out what we're betting first, but we'll do that after.
Right.
I was gonna say it should involve shaving.
should. Oh
Fuck.
shit! Beards off limits.
But like, yeah.
Beards off limits for me.
this is off limits.
I'm not willing to do either one, to be
I'll
honest.
do anything else.
Oh man. Fuad's gonna watch this and go, these little.
Yeah.
The reason I'm wearing hats so much is because I'm not getting a haircut on purpose because I haven't grown my hair out to see what like in a long time, and it's getting really thick right now. So I want to leave it alone. If I had to shave it, I'd be so
But
bummed
you
out.
have a good set of hair, don't you? You have like
Show
Let's-
us real quick.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Josh. Let's see what you
It's
got.
like fucking messy right now. It's just like
oh yeah, you've got
Yeah.
hair.
I've got hair, but I don't want to get rid of it. What if it doesn't come back?
Oh,
You should
man.
use well, I'm sure you guys use finasteride, right?
No, I'm too worried about the suicidal thoughts side effect that you can get from that. So I'm not
Right.
really willing to
Mhm.
mess with it. So I don't do anything like that. I wanted to try minoxidil, but I don't know for sure just because that's a
But you
bitch.
could do microneedling. You can do any like I don't know, any shampoos or oils that will help too. Just like natural stuff.
Like you got Hims, you got fucking Rogaine.
Rogaine.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There's that company, Intelligent Shop, I think is what it's called, and they have like all kinds of stuff like that. They have like a derma roller and everything that you can do. So I thought about that, but
Mm.
yeah, I wanted to grow out my hair and then like start doing that and see because I don't know, why not? What the fuck do I have?
Yeah, man.
I'm jealous.
Give it a shot.
Diet pink, whatever, who cares?
I can't picture you with hair though, Tyler. I feel like you have to look like you pull that look off. I don't see it.
No, Tyler, I
Yeah.
saw your yearbook thing, bro. That was it was so many like different hairstyles. It was actually like it was pretty cool. It
What?
motivated me.
What
My
is
variants
this,
are
and
well-
where can I find it?
It's on
It's,
his TikTok.
Yeah, it's TikTok.
Oh.
What did you
I'm,
say?
like,
You said
never on
something
TikTok.
about, like all your mamas would be.
They be pressed.
Yeah.
I think there's one where you have like a fro. There's like it's kind of like a short fro. It actually suits you. It's so funny.
I can see
Honestly, I
it.
think I could pull off all of those hairstyles. I don't know
That's
if I could
true.
pull off
That
the
is
flow, but
true.
pretty much all those hairstyles I would.
But the song is perfect in it.
See, thanks. 90s is
but
90s is a vibe. 90s will
When
always
you
be a
find
vibe.
it, Neil, let me know. But I just wanted to ask a question about the top 5. So are you guys going, it's just top 5, or you guys are doing all the placings in top 5?
Right now we have
We're placing
placed
them.
top 5.
Yeah,
and
we're
Oh,
placing them, yeah.
we might add to it, but I'm thinking from based off of what me, Neil, and Tyler picked, we might not need to add to the top 5 because they're so different.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Okay.
Yeah.
They're very different.
I think that we only have one placing that we're that's in common.
Variants.
Yeah, like two of us agree on a couple, but there's only one place that all three of us agree on. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
now that we think about it, she might be at a little disadvantage because we did like talk about every single one.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, she's
Don't
at a
worry.
huge disadvantage. We just spent an hour and a half looking at pictures of all of these guys.
I'm dead.
All right, let's run it back. We got another hour and a half.
Aw.
Okay, who you got in first?
Me? Starting off in first?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
You can start with fifth if you
Starting
want.
with first. I know, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
But
Go to
okay.
class late and ask the professor to teach it again.
I'm like, here I am grabbing like a notepad because I'm like, I'm just trying to remind myself who is currently qualified and who isn't. But my top 5, honestly, I think they're all still qualified anyways.
Yeah.
So, okay, no, I'm not gonna write it down. I'm just gonna wing it. Okay, so
Hell yeah, I love it.
Hey, Neil, make sure you're typing these down.
Yeah, I got you.
yeah, make sure you write it down. Okay.
And then I'll show at the end.
So just to be clear, Rami's out this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
He's out.
And he's pretty much the only person in top 5 that's out this year, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Like
last year's, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't think he would have been top.
Okay, how about I'm gonna do it like this first because it just works in my brain a little bit better. So my top 5 is obviously gonna be Hottie, Derek.
This is no order, right?
This is out of order, yeah.
Okay.
So Hottie, Derek. I'm gonna put Andrew in there because I'm a big fan of him.
Nice.
Who else is there?
We got
Nick.
Nick. We got Samson. We got
Samson. That's like literally.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so tough.
I know.
Yep.
We got Brandon. Brandon's another one from the top 5 last year.
I will
Brandon
say
Curry.
though, I saw a video of Brandon, so I was gonna put Brandon because I am a fan of him. I was gonna put him in, but then I saw a video of him with Ruff recently,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
But with bodybuilding, you never know. Somebody
Plus,
can
to be
change
fair,
in like a
Terrence
week.
had just done a show then too, and
Yeah.
so he was a lot leaner and more conditioned, had a lot more detail than Brandon did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll stick with that 5. I'm trying to think of the last couple shows who's qualified, who's like really good. Nathan's pretty good, man. But
You got
he's
Nathan.
just
You got Nathan. You can mention Hunter.
Hunter. Yep.
oh yeah, Hunter looks sick this year.
Possibly Antonio.
I was about to be like, don't give her any ideas, but then it is kind of unfair if we don't at least.
You gotta
Yeah.
give her some names.
You at least got to know the players. Yeah.
Keep in mind, I've also since Vancouver, I haven't been up to date as much as I typically or normally would because I've just been so busy. Okay. I'm stressing.
It's okay. We can change them. We'll
Yeah, it's just
definitely.
like-
Okay.
Let's mention it again.
All right.
So, come on, this is what, 4 weeks out from now? We'll
Yeah.
talk-
Yeah. Okay.
We'll have 3 more episodes.
So I'm gonna go Derek first.
Yep.
We're trying to hide my face reactions.
I'm gonna go Derek first.
Mm-hmm.
I love Hottie. I would love to put him first, but I'm gonna put him second. Hottie second.
We're gonna get Coda's picks.
I'm gonna go Samson third.
Okay.
Nick, then Andrew. But in my heart, how I would want it to go would obviously be like Samson. I'd like to go Andrew, Derek second, then Andrew, then Hottie, then Nick.
That's so funny
But-
how she said "in my heart," just like how we all did
All
about
of us.
Thomas.
That's literally how I put it too.
Yeah, because like I've just known over the last couple of years being a fan, it never goes my way really. Other than when Hottie won. When Hottie won, I was really happy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The big
I'll
reveal.
stick with that for now.
All right, drum roll.
Here we go.
Oh, so I'm gonna see yours now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all pretty different now. Even with you, they're pretty
Yeah,
different.
they're way different.
Wow.
Oh shit!
The
Honestly,
one that we all agreed on, you have.
You know what?
Hottie in first.
Sorry?
I thought you had Hottie in first. Guess not, but still.
yeah.
I really want to, but Derek really pushed Hottie last year.
It's
Look
true.
at that.
It's
Her
true.
placing, her picks still follow my formula.
Oh, that's true. Josh has this theory. Fill her in, Josh.
So I feel like last year when they did the Olympia placings, and I don't know if they did this intentionally or not, it's just the reason why I made my picks the way that I did.
Okay.
Is you had it was a guy with muscle and density, and then it was a shape guy, and then a muscle and density guy, and then a shape guy, all the way throughout the entire top 10. So if I put Samson in first, he's a shape guy. I got to put Nick in second, muscle density, Derek, shape, Hottie, Hunter, just like that.
Well, see that's what's so tough about doing this.
Yeah.
Is that we've seen years where it's like a shape guy, like Sean, for example, when Sean beat Phil, and I loved that. I prefer that. And who else can I think of that was kind of more of a shape guy back in the day? But
Well, it depends on how old you're looking to.
Right.
Haney is definitely a shape guy.
right.
When
But
Brandon won, I mean, he's arguably a shape guy. He's big.
I'd
Yeah.
say he's more of a shape guy than he is a muscle and density guy. I think
Yeah.
I have Hunter in fifth because he's a traditional bodybuilding physique in a way to where he's kind of a little bit of a hybrid of both, but not more than the other. So
Yeah.
part of me really wants to switch. See, I have to play it smart because it's like I said, I can't go with my heart. I have to go with what does well and what is actually being rewarded at the O. I would have Hunter probably top 5 opposed to I'm not gonna say who, but I'm just gonna say I'd like to put Hunter in there.
I think I gave it away just by you saying I'm not going to say.
All right.
100%.
I'm I'll let everybody else figure that out. But yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
so sorry, I'm just gonna read everybody's here properly.
It's so tough. It's so tough.
That is really tough, yeah.
I don't think it's as hard as last year's though. I think that was
Well, because last year we at least got a taste of what these guys are going to look like.
Yeah, that's true. There was so many unknowns last year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could definitely see Hunter bumping Brandon out of the top 5. That's one that I'm really shaky on.
Yeah. But I like
really
that
torn.
I like that she brought in Andrew because he's for me, he's my dark horse that could just come out of nowhere, really.
And I mean, technically, Andrew beat Hunter at their last showing, right? So based on placing, she's actually more, accurate with that.
Yeah, but remember my theory on that?
What's that?
The only thing that Hunter lost on and the only thing he needed to improve wasn't something that required an off season.
Sure. No, that's true.
Just posing.
Yeah, that's true too.
Sure, Andrew can't outpose everybody.
I just think, well, yeah, based on last year and just when Andrew got in the mix, I was like, this guy is going to be, he's going to be very, very good one day. And I'm just rooting for him. I really, really like his approach. Yeah. He's just a great representation of what I think an open bodybuilder should be, especially when it comes to the posing. He's a performer, right? We don't really see that that often now. So, big fan of him, and I really hope he cracks the top 5.
Yeah.
Obviously, Samson too is we know he just won the Arnold. So yeah, it's him and Samson are so good, and I really would like to see them top 2 one day. Do I think that's anytime soon? For Andrew, not so much, but I think he can crack the top 5 this year. So
I mean,
yeah.
To your point, if we think about where Andrew was when he got, what was he last year? 8th?
Yeah.
He was 8th.
So it was.
I had it pulled up.
Because Hunter was 7th, and then he was 1 place behind Hunter.
Yeah, he's
8th. So if you think about him, how much worse he was last year at 8th, how improved he was just at the Arnold, but just kind of was a little bit flatter, didn't hold up to those guys size-wise. And then from that improvement to the improvements he made where he won Texas this year, I mean, I could see him moving up 3 placings for sure.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah,
Easily, yeah.
maybe
And I
even
think
more.
with him, because he's such a large human, like he's so tall,
Yeah,
that even if he's a little bit flat, he can sometimes still overtake somebody who's maybe a little bit more muscular, but just his structure in general can like
yeah,
override that.
He can take up a lot of space.
Yeah. And your eyes are just so drawn to him.
I
So
just think that when you have him in a top comparison, he does take up a lot of space and he has a big structure, but then Samson does too. So then,
yeah.
not saying that like I really do not think he can beat Samson. I'm just saying like from a standpoint of like if they're next to each other and compared, then it's going to show the flaw in Andrew's physique that he's not as thick and filled out, and then that
Oh,
puts
yeah.
him back behind other people, not even just Samson.
What
Yeah.
would you think would happen if there's? I don't think this will happen, but just theoretically, what do you think would happen if Samson and Andrew are next to each other and there's a big conditioning discrepancy where Andrew is noticeably tighter? Do you still think Samson will win him hands down or beat him hands
How
down?
much of a percentage of a like a conditioning discrepancy would there be? Because obviously, if Samson comes in a little bit off and Andrew's on, Andrew can beat him. But I
Yeah.
mean, how
Let's-
much of a discrepancy?
Let's say Samson matches his conditioning at the Arnold but doesn't improve upon it, and then Andrew is the most people we've ever seen him.
I think that it's still Samson
I still think it's Samson too because at
because
that
of
point,
the thickness, density. He's
Yeah.
very, very
It's-
balanced. He's more filled out.
it's
Yeah.
everything included. Like,
Definitely
we
more
can-
filled out for
yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Well, I mean, we kind of saw that at the Arnold, right? Because Nick was completely dug out, nasty, crazy conditioning. And
Yeah.
Samson didn't quite match him in conditioning, but he still beat him. So,
Plus, you could argue that if Andrew tried to play the conditioning game, that's not a game that plays to his favor either.
yeah.
He
For
could push
sure.
down and then slip from it, which I think would be more likely for him because that, like I said earlier, that's somebody that has improved on a weak body part.
Mhm.
I don't think that his back will hold onto its new size very well if they push him down too hard, and then it'll end up kind of being a repeat of the last year's Olympia as far as like his back development goes.
I think Texas, where he won this year, was a pretty good balance for Andrew. Like,
Yeah, and that's the thing.
In comparison
That
to
Texas
what he
though
showed,
is a
yeah.
balance for him, but he's
Yeah.
still not going to place ahead of guys like Samson because of specifically the lack of detail that he has in his hamstrings and glutes.
yeah.
Because Samson doesn't have strided glutes, but his hamstrings are ridiculous, and
Yes.
Andrew has no.
Yes.
Yeah, we all saw that side. We all saw that side
Mhm.
view.
Mhm.
Motherfuckers nasty.
100%. Well, holy shit, guys. This is definitely our longest episode. We're almost at 2 hours.
Longest.
Wow.
Oof.
Effortlessly
So-
12.
Oh, so you guys started with that, eh?
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, what did we didn't
Well,
actually.
We talked
we
about
the Olympus a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Olympus?
There was a show in Italy yesterday also with
Oh, right.
it was Theo got first and Roman got second and
Oh, you got second again.
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I did see, I just saw the one photo of the guy who won, but I thought it was 212, honestly.
That's what I thought too, but not because I didn't think Theo's 212 because I know who Theo is. I just got confused because I was like, I didn't know that both the shows were on Sunday, and I was like, there's no
Yeah.
way G wasn't top 5.
Yeah.
I knew it didn't top 5, and then when Theo won that show and I saw him announced, and then I forgot about Roman for a second because it was just confusing. I was like, oh, okay, so I guess that was 212 because now Jewett is in this picture and he's top 3.
Yeah.
And then I was like, shit, but Roman did that. And then I went back and I was like, oh, there's 2 shows. I had no idea. But
Yeah, I was really confused because I saw more coverage of the Olympus than I did of Legion, and I'm like, I feel like Legion was a bigger show, but
Oh, definitely,
It was the
yeah.
opposite. I saw more of Legion.
oh really? Maybe it must
Yeah.
have just been our
That's because I'm
algorithms.
friends with Chiron
Yeah.
and Terrence, who won 2 of the classes.
Okay, Terrence looked
So I was
great, by the
paying
way.
more attention to Legion because I knew 2 people that were doing it.
So who
Right.
came second to Terrence? Was it the Asian guy or was it Logan?
I have no idea. I just know Terrence won. I was like, okay, cool, we're good.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
follow other divisions as much as I follow Open at all. And then for men's physique, Chiron won, which is he beat Aaron Banks, who is the current Olympia champion, which is crazy.
That
and
is wild.
Chiron was originally going to do classic at this show.
No shit.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's what he was training for.
Okay.
Yeah, that last show that he just did that he won, he hopped in last minute and won it. And then I think maybe his coach was like, I think you can take the Olympia this year. Let's go men's physique at Legion where Aaron is competing. And then he honestly smoked him.
Dude,
because he was happy with the weight change.
I want to see
weight
that
change.
real quick. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of that, but
He dramatically
really quick.
smoked him. It was I mean, in my opinion, but like I said, Chiron's a friend of mine, so that could also be a bias. But he won, so I'm fucking right still.
That's smart on
there's
their
no
part.
pictures.
That's smart on their
Yeah.
part. Like, let's go get the Olympia before this weight cap goes into effect next year, and then we move up.
Pretty much.
That's smart, dude.
I thought it was already in effect.
No,
I thought it was like immediate.
No, they did the classic weight caps immediately, but they did the men's physique weight caps after, and I think
Next
that's
year.
because a lot of men's physique guys are actually going to be booted out of their class because they're over it already.
I
Right.
just saw one of them. So the pro show that we have here, the Sasquatch. I think this was either the first or second year they've done it. The guy who won that, shoot, now I'm gonna blank on his name. He's freaking huge. He looks like an open guy up top, and I want to say he's like 10 pounds above his weight cap already.
Holy.
God.
So I think. Let me see.
And
if I
he's
can-
men's physique?
Yeah. Yeah, so next year he's really gonna have to pull down or something.
Did you guys see that guest posing from like maybe 2019 or 2020 when Antoine Vaillant went on and did board shorts?
Yeah.
Guest posing?
Yes.
Yeah, that was here.
That's damn near what
That's so
men's
funny.
physique was going to look like if they didn't throw a fucking weight cap on there.
I'm dead.
Made up, dude.
Dude, I remember Jeremy Buendia threw a huge fucking fit about that too. He was so pissed off.
Shocker.
Yeah, I know.
Shocker.
His
This guy
name is
Freaks out about everything.
Edvin
Edvin.
Palmira.
Palmyra. Kind of sounds Portuguese.
Let me see if I can find. Here he is.
He'll make weight if he doesn't have legs. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they can't do
See,
that anymore.
That's a weird look to me. Like crazy big upper body and no lower half.
Yeah, it's not called bodybuilding. It's called upper bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But like I still can't wrap my head around that. It's
I
just
have a lot of respect for men's physique athletes because I do know that they work hard and everything too. It's
holy shit.
it's just not what I prefer to
Freaking
watch.
Jacked. And in person it's stupid.
He
Okay,
definitely
so
looks like a men's
sorry.
physique guy
I
when he
was
does-
expecting like a
Wait,
this was going to be like a regional
this is
guy, but this
2018.
is
He still fits the class in my opinion, but he might not fit the class in weight.
Yeah.
'Cause-
No, you're right. He definitely looks like a men's physique guy, for sure.
Oh, we talked about this before on an episode, but like just because these men's physique guys are big doesn't mean that they would be well suited for classic.
True. Yeah,
Yeah.
very true. Very true.
classic is a look.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, like you see, Jeremy Buendia has won 4 Olympias in men's physique, but anytime I see him do a classic pose, I don't even think he could win an amateur show.
Mm.
Josh is on one today.
It's
Just
I'm
popping off.
way too blunt and honest about the things that I think, so it probably will get me in trouble here eventually, but like,
Oh,
I just don't care.
you're
I love
fine.
it. I love
There's
it.
way worse.
You're right.
There's way
I
worse.
can't
Way
wait
worse.
until we're famous enough for Josh to
Right.
get canceled.
Because I will still do the same thing. I will still just not be at all filtered.
I love
it
it.
doesn't me.
I love it.
But Jeremy's done a lot of things that I've seen that I really just do not like and agree with, so I don't have anything against saying that I just don't like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard enough about that guy to know that he's not the greatest human.
Do you guys remember what the late great Luke Sando said about men's physique?
No.
Yeah, we already have a division.
What did he say?
Yeah.
I don't-
What did he say?
He said,
We already have a division where you don't show your legs or whatever, and it's wheelchair bodybuilding.
exactly. I remember watching that. The best part about that clip is Fuad's reaction and how you can tell he's just like, damn it, dude.
Shit like that.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
Oh man. And the thing was is probably about Luke too is like there's probably zero hesitation. Like he
Yep.
just like
He just
Oh, yeah.
had it
automatically
ready.
just shot it out. Yeah.
He said it's
Since we're
so
talking-
matter of fact too.
Since
Oh
we're
my
already maybe
God.
offending people, I do want to bring up one topic that I was going to say, and I know that it's a little bit like we've been recording for a while, but this is something that I wanted to talk about. Me and my buddy Ricky were on the phone the other day, and what was brought up in conversation was like at first it was like diuretics and stuff, and he was talking about like he was like he's always been told like aldactone and this and that, and then every white guy that he knows has always been like diazide and whatever because black guys and white guys I do think hold glycogen differently, to be honest. They do. So Ricky said also when he was eating oatmeal and he hired a coach or talked to a coach or whatever, I don't remember which coach he said, but he said that his coach is like, why the hell are you eating oatmeal? You ain't Irish. Go eat grits and cream of rice and stuff. And then he told me, he's like, it actually did digest a lot better and he felt and looked a lot better on it. And he's like, I think that like ethnic wise and like culture wise, what our ancestors were eating actually matters a lot in our diet. And that just opened up a whole new world of like speculation for me as far as like how far can that go? Like if we look into our like genetic whatever, like our ancestors, we do like a DNA test and stuff, and like we kind of see where we're from more, and we eat more of our traditional foods that our ancestors ate in our diets. How much of a difference could that make? And is that why there's such a difference in all of these ethnicities, like Middle East, black guys, white guys, and how all of their physiques are just built in a different way? Like black guys are rounder, white guys have to be more dense and thick to get that same amount of roundness, you know?
I think we can prove or disprove this literally right now. Tyler, do you eat oatmeal?
I will say though,
Don't.
oatmeal.
You don't?
Actually,
Hey, but Ricky,
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
yeah, see, Ricky literally said that to me. He said he used to eat oatmeal, and he noticed immediately when he started eating like cream of wheat and grits and cream of rice and stuff instead. He noticed.
Yeah, because I started off eating oatmeal, but oatmeal just didn't digest well.
No shit.
Oh, I think oatmeal just doesn't digest well for anyone though. If you think about it,
For anyone?
like
I do great on
Yeah.
oatmeal personally.
I
I do
eat a lot of
not.
fucking oatmeal, and it's amazing for me. Oatmeal is
Dude,
incredible.
we're
Alright,
literally
two white
proving-
guys. Tyler, we figured it out. We split. Yep.
Yeah,
We
I
figured it
can.
out.
Yeah, dude, I'm white.
I can have like 150 grams.
WHIT. E.
I can have like 150 grams dry, and I'm solid. I'm
I
good.
was eating 200 grams dry.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, and it was easy.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
just
I could do it too. I could do it.
I would look pregnant if I did that.
I don't know. I love oatmeal so much.
It's so funny. I was 100% expecting Tyler to go, no, I eat oatmeal all the time, but we literally just proved out what you
Yeah.
were
I'm telling you, dude, there's a lot of things, and it was making me think too, just because that was brought up, and we were talking about like, yeah, black guys are more round, they have like more round, bubbly look, and then the white guys are ending up like to be the really grainy, thick, dense ones, and I think it is because of the way that we have to build muscle to look a certain way, because
Yeah.
if we're ethnically going to hold glycogen, like how black guys might just have a larger glycogen store, so that's why the muscle looks bigger, rounder like that, and they peak differently. Like I have clients that are black or mixed and clients that are white, and they peak completely differently.
Mm.
So it's just an interesting thing to think about. Like when he brought that up to me, I was like, damn, that's like, it's weird.
That'd be a
Well,
good.
that was.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that'd be a good topic for a future episode. Let's figure out like what all the rules are for each
Oh, yeah.
ethnicity.
White guys, we got to lift heavy weight and pack on thick muscle. Black guys don't eat oatmeal.
Those are the takeaways. What were you gonna say, Milan?
Oh no, I was just saying the last podcast that I did with you guys, I kind of brought up like water with Asians.
Mm.
Yeah, because I find, at least for me, and I've spoken to some other people, and they've kind of said the same. They agree that like you can't cut water too much because then you flatten out way too much. And with Asians, it's like you don't really ever. It's very rare that you see an Asian that's like. I mean, obviously there's some select few that have been at the top, but that have been like super duper peeled. Like you don't really see Asians that are diced and like grainy. It's usually like Caucasians that are super dry and grainy. But we have that roundness to us.
Yeah, I feel like Hide got pretty grainy, but he was also older, doing it for a long time. Like, Now, wait, he did the Masters Olympia and won
over the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's definitely interesting to me. I wonder what, but I'm gonna definitely get a genetic test. I'm gonna see what I should be eating. I probably should be eating a lot of.
Well, you're definitely
Josh is gonna.
You're definitely white, so there's no.
I know for sure I'm white. There's no question about that.
I was gonna say, imagine it comes up. He's like 50%, like
something.
Yeah, something else. I don't know.
I guess I don't know. I don't think I'm
20% Asian.
But
I'm 1/16 Native American, so.
Yes, that's right. You did say that, didn't you? At one point, you said you were Native.
That's annoying.
I think somewhere that I found it, you're Asian, that you were Native.
It's a party
Asian.
trick. It's a party trick.
Yeah, right. 1/16. Not enough to matter.
I wouldn't be surprised if I have some of that, or like, from my Asian side, my dad's side, I think like probably Mongolian in there, because I grew up horseback riding, and like it just came so naturally to me, and like nobody on either side of my family horseback ride, so it was like really weird. And apparently Mongolians, like when they're like babies, they learn how to horseback ride.
Damn.
Yeah, when they're like 4, they just, because that's how they hunt. That's how they, because it was just like so easy for me. My brother was the one studying history at the time at University of Toronto. And he's like me. I think that like we definitely have Mongolian in us.
Well, I'm like 95% Viking, primarily.
That's sick.
Swedish.
Vikings is my favorite show.
Right. Yeah.
We gotta see what Vikings eat. That's what you gotta eat. Just like a massive fucking turkey leg every day.
There you go. Actually, I do really well with like super high protein and kind of moderate fat, moderate carb versus like super low fat, super high carb. I definitely do better with fattier like meats and added fat.
Me too.
So
I do well when I
So 23 and me. You gotta do that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think my ancestors were eating a lot of Taco Bell and Del Taco and stuff. I'm serious, dude. There's this weird. So, like, I was on track. Like, I was doing everything perfect, right? Up until, like,
Josh has done a study on this.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm telling you, listen, okay? This is for real.
Okay.
Serious.
Sorry.
It can't be a coincidence at this point. I've been on track. I've been eating all of my meals completely perfectly. They're all clean meals. So I'm eating 6,000 clean calories a day. With all this, like, moving and stuff, I wasn't able to. And then I kind of went back to like what I was doing in prep, where it was like, I'll eat oatmeal and eggs and whatever in the morning and something, and then I'll DoorDash at night and I'll eat Taco Bell. And out of fucking nowhere, I got peeled as fuck. So right now I'm way leaner than I need to be. And I was like, oh, I want an overall doing this too. So like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be eating shit.
Gotta keep it going.
That's your secret. That's your pump up food. Your carb load is just gonna be Taco Bell.
Dude, that's what's funny. I'm gonna be like, my off seasons are gonna be clean, strict diets, and then my preps are just gonna be fast food.
I love it.
That's crazy.
I'll have to do a study. I'll have to dig deeper into that one day.
All this Taco Bell talk is making me hungry. I gotta go eat.
Yeah, I'm starving.
I'm actually about to eat oatmeal. Is my meal. So.
Are you?
That's what I'm about to eat too.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah!
We're gonna go eat oatmeal. You guys eat. What do Mongolians eat? Who knows?
I have no clue.
Dish. Whatever Portuguese eat, you can eat. I think they eat like bread and stuff, and then Tyler has to have like grits or rice or whatever.
Dude, Portuguese people eat bread and butter with everything. My vovô, which is my grandpa, he'll eat bread with watermelon.
There you go.
I swear to God. He'll have one hand with bread and butter, bite it, and then watermelon the other.
I love it.
There you go.
It's confusing, but I'm like, maybe it would work.
I wish I had some kind of like Mexican in me so that I could diet on tacos, but
oh, dude, right?
Not the way the world works, I guess.
I mean, dieting with the tacos is essentially putting Mexican in you. So, like, there you go.
Yeah, like in a physical, literal sense, I guess.
Well, you have already established that you do really well on Taco Bell, so maybe there is some, man.
Might be.
There you go.
Not
That's
that anything
American.
about Taco Bell is actually Mexican. Be real.
Right.
That's American.
Right. As we say this.
That's true. Sorry, my bad.
All right, guys. This was fun. I can't believe we've been on
Was
for
fun.
over 2 hours. I hope people will actually watch this.
Right.
Oh,
I know
will.
they do. I get messages.
Well,
I don't know
like
if you
Fuad
do. It's
does
not
like
you're on,
super long ones.
Yeah,
These are like 3 hours.
yeah. And to be fair, I watch all of those. So I
Yeah.
don't
Me
think
too.
I don't think we're quite as entertaining as Fuad, but maybe. Hopefully.
Time thing. We just gotta keep consistent. It's all it is. I think people appreciate it.
Heck yeah. Sweet. Thanks
And
for
even if
hopping
they
on
don't,
last minute, Milan. That was
Oh,
perfect.
yeah.
That was perfect timing too, because we just finished all our picks.
I'm really sorry I was late. I was like, fuck, I knew I was forgetting
No, you're good.
something.
You're totally fine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was late too.
Yeah.
We'll do some more for sure.
Yeah, let's revisit these picks in a couple weeks for sure and see if we all still
Well, yeah, Olympia is how many weeks out right now?
4 for this
Four.
past weekend.
But there's going to be, I
Holy,
think, 3 more
already.
technical episodes before then. So we should have
Wait.
time to think.
Okay.
It's
As long as
Monday.
And think
One,
in total like your top.
two.
And then we're gonna move on to like top 10, top 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That I would feel probably more comfortable with having my top 10, then I'd be able to like move them all around.
What
Yeah,
we
and I
should
kind of want to
do
do.
what we should do is in 2 weeks, which would be the 23rd, we should revisit our top 5. And then the 30th, which is only like 5 days out from the O, we should finalize our top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with it.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna write
what's
that
the
down
bet?
on my calendar.
And then
Are we going to figure that out later, or should we figure that out?
The bet?
We'll figure that
Ooh.
out later.
We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
Okay.
Neil's like, I have to eat my oatmeal first, and then I can think clearly.
Guys, I haven't had my oats yet. Us white guys need our oats.
I'll eat my oatmeal.
Yeah. My only rules for the bet is I won't shave my beard. That's pretty much the only rule I have. Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know yet.
I'm pretty much open to anything.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing.
Well,
It's a little bit different for me, I would say. But I cannot shave my head.
We could totally one up Fuad's podcast, and we could do the tattoo bet.
Quarter shave.
it's true. They never did that.
What'd you say,
They never
Tyler?
do the tattoo bet, and I don't think they will. Yeah, we'd one up Fuad's podcast hardcore if we did the tattoo bet, where
Oh,
they
okay.
have to get a tattoo.
Listen, I know I posted the fake tattoo thing, but I ain't getting anything stupid.
Milan has to get
It has
those
to be.
Yeah, those
You
tattoos.
gotta get MBB. That's it. MBB.
We could all
MBB?
get a hostile tattoo.
That's true.
That's a good bet.
Honestly, I would
I would
say
do
that'd
that.
be a
That's not a
good
bet.
bet. We're all down for it, so
Yeah, but it has to be right here.
But
Okay.
it's
All right, you lost
permanent. It's
Yeah, that's
permanent.
me.
Talk about like brand loyalty, right? Like that's a big
Right.
deal.
It's true.
I already don't. Yeah, like I've been for 3 years loyal to this brand. Even if I got dropped as an
Same.
athlete, I would still represent this brand and try to earn my way back. I don't give a fuck. So.
Well,
It's been 3 years?
I've just been it's the only company that I've liked and have been using for 3 years.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
pretty
okay,
much
sorry,
since it
sorry.
came out, ever. Yeah, I don't know. Like just it's the only one that I
Same
like.
here.
All the other ones are whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a hostile logo this size, right on.
Right across.
Mine would be like this big in comparison to you guys. You guys would be like this big.
Right. All right, guys. This was fun.
It was fun.
Same
The
time
next
next
time,
week.
y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down because or if you guys want me to be on for 20 minutes again next week.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
Oh, thank you.
It's always this time. So,
It's just like at the end of every episode, we'll just have you pop on and
yeah.
Yeah,
level it out.
maybe that's the move.
I'll just always send you a link, and then we'll always be like, I wonder if Milan's going to show up at the end.
We'll just
Be a guessing game.
It'll be a gamble.
Yeah,
One day.
I like it. I like it. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your
All right.
Monday.
All right,
You
party.
See you
too.
guys.
Later.
Peace.